Welcome to the Ultimate EJC Enderman Leader Collab. This is basically just a compilation of all 3 collabs we've done in a cute 15-minute bundle. We're going to start with teacher stories.
Right, you have any stories you want to tell?
Not really.
Oh, alright. So this one time in primary school, I was sat next to my buddy Jacob. It was the last day of year 6. We were sat next to each other. He was showing me his drawings, I was showing him mine. And then I got a spot on my forehead. So I started picking it and it started bleeding. And then the teacher saw me, came over with a plaster and was like, put this on your head. And I was like, alright. So I put it on my head. And then literally when we left school, I took it off. And the teacher saw me take it off. And literally she could not tell me different.
Wow. There's a thing that our year 6 teacher liked to do.
Yeah?
Well, like, if she knew your name and we were in assembly, if she knew your name and you were being bad, she would say your name in front of the entire school.
Oh.
And just we call it name and shame.
Oh.
Because if she knew your name, she would scream your name.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, my primary school teacher in year 6 was kind of like that too. Like, this one time my friend Jerry, he got water in his mouth and he spat it on the teacher. I can't remember what happened after that, but yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
There was one time, I was in reception, I think. My reception teacher just comes out with a child, just holding him. And just, all of a sudden just screams, help. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? What's happening? And the kid over here is just dying, just completely dying.
What?
Yeah, he's just sat on the chair, just gasping for air.
Oh, you've just reminded me.
And then 3 teachers come out the staff room, and all they do is just crowd round him. One literally pulls out their phone and calls 911 or 999, wherever.
What?
And then I don't know what happens next. That's all I know.
You just reminded me about a story that happened to me. So this one time in reception, I crossed my eyes and said, oh, look at this, I'm seeing 2. Cause when I cross my eyes, you see 2 visions.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone in the class is trying to do that as well, and they couldn't. And I thought I was the special kid in the class. And my teacher, who I had pretty much till year 4, she was just like, yo, that's not nice, can you stop doing that? That's not nice to do. And I was like, alright. Everyone else kept doing it though, because they wanted to see if they could do it.
I have another one.
Alright.
This is from either year 6 or maybe year 5.
Yeah?
Our school was don't bring toys, it's...
Oh yeah, that's mine.
Someone will steal them, you'll break it.
Oh,
I
nice.
did. You'd expect I'd be told to either put it in my bag or just be told off.
Yeah.
Because you're not allowed. They did not care.
Oh.
So basically, the toy that I said I brought,
Yeah?
and the school did not care.
Was it just had
I
a...
was just walking around school with this 3D printed thing just in my hand. Just everyone who cares?
Yeah.
Looking at me okay.
Yeah?
And I just had a 3D printed thing in my hand the whole day.
Oh yeah?
No one cared. I'm not sure why they had that rule if
Stop
I
making...
didn't bring one and they didn't care.
Yeah. That's strange. There was literally this autistic kid in my primary school class. She was in my class since year 4. She had to bring a toy in because, she couldn't control anything. So if she got angry, she just hugged the toy.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, right. I've got no more stories left. Have you?
Not really.
So, you've got any bus stories?
Yes. So, our bus, it's weird. Once, this happens normally on the upstairs bit of the bus. Kids used to throw whatever they could, bottles, bags, glue, pens, anything. And then one kid threw a bottle. I was just looking at my phone. People crowded one of the kids from my primary. I look up, all I see is blood on the back of his head. I'm like, wait, what? What happened? And I was told some kid threw a bottle and whacked his head.
Jeez. I've got a crazy bus story. So one time on the bus home, I think, some really weird girls, like really weird, like probably treated differently, probably orphans. Yeah, they kept spraying perfume at me and my buddy Jacob, you know him.
Why?
I don't know. One of them, I think, cared. She was like asking, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "What do you think?"
Yes, like, what do you think? You just sprayed me with perfume. You think I'm okay?
Yeah.
I didn't ask for this. No, I'm not okay.
Have you got any more stories? No?
Yeah, actually. So, I sometimes, with my friends, Ollie's one of them. So we sat at the back, me, Ollie, and some other kid. We all just sat there at the back chilling. I'm just working on my animations. I'm working on episode 4 part 2 at that point. At year 8, he asked me what I'm doing, so I show him. So that happens, and then a few minutes later, I'm still working on the thing, and all of a sudden, 2 of them get shoved onto us. Me and Ollie is sat next to each other, like, I get pushed to the floor, so
Jeez.
I say sometimes we sit at the back, because not all the times we managed to get to the back.
So you were literally like on the floor?
Yeah, there was once, I was with Ollie and Louis, and they were sat on the chairs. They asked me to come sit with them. I was like, where am I going to sit? They just told me to sit on the floor. And I sat on the floor. And then they just shove each other again. Our bus is absolutely crazy. You got any more?
I've got another bus story. Really weird this. The bus was just going to the first stop as usual, and then the bus missed the stop, so I was complaining to Jacob that, hey, you know, this bus driver's weird, he's just missed our stop for some reason. And then he heard us, and he's like, oh, sorry, and then he just stopped in the middle of the road and let everyone off.
That's actually happened to me a few times.
Yeah, just stopping in the middle of the road.
Yeah, that's happened to me a few times, actually.
Really?
First time it happened, we were going to get off at our normal stop. He drives right past it. We go down. We say, you missed our stop. So, he gets to the end of the hill, stops, and lets us off. Me and the other kid, no idea where we were. Ollie knew where we were, so we managed to get back. And then another time, he went past. I looked at him and realized he went past our stop. I was like, oh, he's done it again. And it was a different driver, so we said, you missed our stop. And the dude screamed, shut up.
Jeez.
And went, I don't care that I went past your stop. And then stopped and let us off.
That sounds horrible.
I know. You got any more?
So this one time on the bus, Silly Sonny came up to me and asked me what I was doing. And I said, I'm just animating, you know, like the usual.
Oh.
And he said,
oh, Enderman is better than you. What?
Oh, yes.
And I was just like, do you know how many times I have to hear you say that a day? It's like all he says as well.
Yeah.
Just, Enderman is...
It's because mine is easier. All I have to do
Yeah.
is move the character's arm a few times and done. I've already got a waving animation. Yours,
I've
you
got
have
to...
to draw the individual frame.
Yeah, I've got to keep erasing the arm.
Copy them. So, everyone's still on. We haven't even reached the first stop yet. When goes right past the one me and Ollie, we're all spamming the bell, realised he's disabled it. So then when he eventually stops, we go, did you miss our stop, you know? He went, why didn't you press the button? We said, we did, but you disabled it. And then he enabled it and went, no, I didn't.
He's probably special like those girls who sprayed me with blooming perfume.
Yeah.
So this one wasn't on the bus, it was waiting for the bus. So me and Jacob were just at our stop like usual, just waiting for the bus on our own because it's early. And then as more people start arriving, we're like, where's the bus at? Oh, it's got 10 more minutes, we're fine. And then like 5 minutes go past and we're starting to get a bit worried, but it's always late, so never mind. And we're like, where's this bus at? And then another 5 minutes where it's usually the time where it leaves the first stop, it's not there yet. I'm like, where is it? And then 20 minutes later, it finally arrives. So then we all get on. And then it arrives to school after the second bell. Good thing our teacher's nice, because we would have all got detentions.
That same thing happened to me.
So shall we just jump into the questions now?
Yeah, alright.
Question 1. Am I the ultimate EJC fan? No. For EJC, why is your gaming channel profile picture different to the one on your main channel? Great question, because branding works different across different things. For Enderman Leader, do you have a mascot?
Well, if you look at the very first animation video that I made, the little Enderman guy I drew is kind of the mascot for me when I do those animations.
EJC, how much work did you spend whenever you make a video when you animate stuff? Like hours or etc.? Well, I don't really take much time out of my life to animate videos. It doesn't take long because I'm lazy and I find shortcuts. Like when a walking animation, instead of redrawing like 100 frames, you can just do 4 and then copy all them. Why do you capitalize every letter? It's disturbing. Right, in titles it's not disturbing. It looks fancy in titles.
Yeah, but even in scripts you do it. No one else but you is gonna see them.
No, I don't do it in scripts. I'll show you a script of one of my upcoming videos. But I capitalize every letter because I thought it'd look fancy back in January, but here we are in February. That's when we're recording this.
Yep.
Disgusting. This one's from Ollie. Why is life life?
Because life is just life. It's that simple.
Everything is not real.
Nothing is real.
But EJC, can I collab with you? Great question. No. Do you script your videos or do you just animate whatever's in your head? Right, I actually answered this before. I do script my videos, like every video, carefully to the word. I sometimes change when I'm recording, but whatever.
I just animate whatever's in my head.
Yeah, he doesn't write anything down.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for someone who's starting out animation? Script stuff, like we've said twice, and make sure that you have a good work ethic and you can just continue stuff without stopping.
Yeah, and try your best. Start off with like the short, like 10-second animations and then work your way up.
Yeah, like ball bouncing and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been doing animations for like 3 years now, but they've only just gotten good. Like
I've been doing it for about, my stick nodes animations I've been doing for about 6 months now.
I did like both animations of flipper clip and stick nodes, but I gave up stick nodes because I thought it was weird.
Yeah, it's very much easier than flipper clip.
Yeah.
That's why I do stick nodes.
Yeah. Do you play sports? If yes, any funny stories? Well, I'm glad you asked because I posted a short, I'll link it in the description. But no, I don't really play sports.
No, I don't either.
What do you guys use to edit your videos? iMovie. And it sucks.
I use InShot. It's alright. Most stuff you can get on like different editing apps.
I just use iMovie because it's simple and it sucks on a phone, sucks everywhere. Sometimes the audio just mutes for some reason, so I have to turn my phone off.
Yeah, the reason why I use InShot is because I've used it for 90% of my videos. If you look in the bottom right corner, if you see InShot,
Yep.
the reason why is because I've just used it for the longest time, and it's just, I know how to use it more.
Yeah. For EJC, am I better than you? Well, according to my cousin, Mr. Flake, I'll link him in the description, you are. But to me, hell no. For Enderman Leader, are you happy to be on Mr. EJC's channel?
Yes.
Do you two go to the same school?
Yes.
Obviously. That's why we made a whole video on women bus rides and teacher stories.
Yep.
But we didn't actually go to the same primary though.
Yeah.
For EJC, why did you stop doing the random mouth positions? I don't like the still mouth. It reminds me of the Odd Ones Out, and I don't like him. Well, first off, you should like the Odd Ones Out. He's a YouTube goat. But I stopped doing the random mouth positions because when I was animating like my arm going up when I was talking, just too much effort. So I just used the still mouth, and it's easier and quicker, and then I can get more animations out. For EJC, how long do you think you're going to be doing YouTube for? I don't know. Maybe like 2 years. Can I collaborate with you? I don't have any other social medias apart from YouTube. Do you?
I have a Twitch account.
Yeah, I don't have Twitch. My brother did. I'll link it in the description if he lets me, because he probably will. Why do you do YouTube? I've always wanted to do YouTube for like 4 years now, but I was just not allowed to reveal my face, so I couldn't do the stuff I liked, so I just chose animation, because my favourite YouTuber is an animator. Rate your channels out of 10. Also, whose voice has changed the most over the past year?
Mr. EJC's has changed a lot. If you go to his first video, his voice is very high-pitched. Now, it is not.
I don't give anyone watching permission to go watch that video, so don't watch it because it's old garbage and it's stupid.
Watch it.
I'd rate my channel maybe a 7 out of 10. I know Silly Sonny doesn't feel the same, he'd rate it like a 2. What about you?
Probably the same.
For Enderman Leader, why are your videos better than EJC's? Oh, thanks, my mascot.
Because I use stick nodes, and it's a lot easier.
Yeah, we've been through this. We've played these games before.
Literally.
For EJC, why do your videos suck?
Not mean.
Or where are your videos? Can I be in your next video?
No.
Sure? I'm just kidding. No, you cannot. And that's all the questions. Enderman Leader, thanks for joining me. We had 22 questions, which is actually more than every other Q&A.
Yeah, a lot more.
You usually get like 10 on the first 3.
Yeah, or you get like 15 and you only do like 5. That's time, I guess.
Yeah. So thanks for watching this video. But for now, bye.